deepest, darkest fucking Nottinghamshire. If some big-eared boys take me hostage, or I'm the victim of a horrific male rape, it's because I've ventured out from the northeast, my natural habitat. But I wanted to have a quick chat because I've got some thoughts about what's been going on of late. So I turned on the BBC website today and was astounded to find. The reason I'm doing this, because obviously I didn't mention it when I did the BBC Spews before I left today, because I didn't notice until later on this morning. And I was astounded to find that on the homepage, second biggest story on there was this ridiculous fucking piece about the George Floyd trial. All right, Al. Yeah, that's his work. Bit about Ale Bapu. Don't want to come for a bimble round deepest, darkest Nottinghamshire with all the children with the red feet. And I was astounded to find that the biggest story on the homepage was doctor says George Floyd didn't die of drugs. Now, obviously, this surprised me because you might not know this. You know, I'm well aware that most people have never actually had to kill anyone or seen anybody get blown up, stabbed in the face, fragged, set on fire, all of the horrific things that go along with being a professional soldier. But it's hard work than a man. It takes a lot to expire, you know what I mean? Not an easy thing. The human body's an amazing engine, and it does what it can to preserve its life. When you get injured, it obviously takes to make sure that it keeps you up and about. And the idea that some massive, physically fit, sort of 40-something bloke could just expire on the floor because a bloke, a copper, Chauvin obviously, with one knee on his neck, his hands in his pockets, balancing his sunglasses on his fucking head, could just suddenly make the bloke expire is absolute lunacy. If I physically grabbed a bloke George Floyd size right now, pulled him off on this grass verge and promptly started kneeling on the back of his fucking head, I don't think it'd be physically capable of to such an extent that you'd probably break a few vertebrae or fucking dislocate his shoulder or something before you'd actually manage to make the guy die, asphyxiate. It's not possible. The body camera showed, well, I must be in some fucking blind spot. The body camera showed that he wasn't on his neck. Body camera apparently, and this is talking to their own witness. Apparently, the defence called the prosecution's witness, this police chief, and he said he was on his shoulder blades. Yeah, shoulder blades, possibly. Basically, it wasn't actually on his neck. It was a camera issue because of what do they call it? It's like in the racetrack where from one angle it looks like your horse is gonna win, and then you get it from above and it's fucking useless, and they're basically gonna shoot it. That's what happened. So obviously the whole thing is farcical. It doesn't make any sense at all, and I'm astounded that that's the story they went with. So the other thing that it made me think of was, I don't know if most of the Brits will remember this, but when I was living out in the States, there was a big story, a hubbub made, because there was a bloke who got off on the defence of affluenza, if you remember that one, right? And he was this spoilt, jumped up, middle class little shit, well, upper class, who ploughed through a fucking bus stop or something, killed a load of fucking people, and got off with it because his lawyer successfully argued that because he was spoiled rotten, his mother and father had never properly educated him, never made him accountable for any of his actions. So it wasn't his fault because he didn't know what it was like to have to take responsibility for things. So if anyone remembers that, that is the case that instantly sprang to mind with this, because it's like, basically, justice in America is dead. It's nearly as bad as in the UK. Or maybe, I don't know which is the worst, but they're both shit. And the short version is, you can always find some slimy fucking weasel expert who's willing to turn up in court with a straight face and spew absolute unmitigated horse shit out there for the benefit of the defence team or the prosecution, whoever. And that one bloke out of all of the dozens that have been in there who said, oh yeah, definitely didn't die of drugs, even though there was shitloads of drugs in his system. Definitely just fucking expired because a bloke kneeled on him a little bit, is lunacy. Absolute lunacy. It's physically impossible. And I'll give you an update because my mate Ryan was so annoyed about it. Next weekend, I'm going to go around his house and I'm going to fucking kneel on the cunt's head and I'm going to physically try my best to kill the cunt. If he survives, if he does die, I'll bring him round, you know. I'll do some emergency medical training. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to physically try to murder my mate just to prove a point. And yeah, that's that. So it's a fucking farce. Just have a Google and look for the affluenza case if you're not fully aware of it, because I think it's a joke. It's the daftest fucking thing I've ever read. And this Weasley little fucking expert knows nothing. I wouldn't trust him to fucking mow my lawn, let alone make a medical defence in court. So there's that. I just wanted to put that out there before I forgot. And I'm in town now, so fuck it. Obviously killed by drugs. Obviously it's hard to strangle a burly 6-foot black man to death. Certainly hard by putting a knee on the back of his head while keeping your hands in your fucking pockets. So yeah, my mate doesn't know yet, Chris. We talked it through briefly, but yeah, that's that. All right. Yeah, I'll try giving him some hardcore drugs first, and we'll see if that helps. Right. Anyway, I just want to tell you guys that before I forgot, and I'll see you on Sunday. Cheers. See you in a bit.